It's week 2 of the JJDL, and we're facing our newest opponent in Thriller. I believe he's uploading this season, so if you can, go check him out and see what he's doing. I apologize if my mic is too low, but this is more of an experiment as well. Unfortunately, I only have the morning to record this team builder because I'll be working the rest of the day. Um, so stuff might get a little cluttered, this might not be very organized, but it's okay. Either way, this week I didn't have the greatest of matchups because, as you can see, Thriller's team is full of fucking demons, Mamoswine, Urshifu, Ogre even the what's his name, the Vikavolt and the Zoroark and the Dragonite can pose a threat against my team. Even something as simple as the Pheasantipity can be a little bit hard to check. But yeah. So let's start looking at my opponent's biggest threats, and I believe Urshifu is very, very scary because there's not a real check to it on my team. Sure, there's Altaria, sure I have a Thwacky as well. The truth is, the combination of Urshifu plus Mamoswine can just end my, my dreams of winning this game. So, because of that, I mainly focused on the offensive this game, with the two Pokemon that can actually pack a punch into Thriller's team, which are Weavile and Palafin. So starting off by the cleaner, my Palafin, Van Dam, I decided on a very simple moveset of Icicle Crash, Knockoff, Aerial Ace, and Swords Dance. Aerial Ace is a curious choice. I mean, of course, you can see that it damages things like the Ogre and the Urshifu, and it pretty much kills Urshifu after a move that we'll see later on a different Pokemon. On two different Pokemon, actually. But I have a few ways of removing Urshifu on this team, so this Weavile can actually pose a threat after it's gone. SD on a sack or on a switch, or even on a Pokemon that can damage it too much, like the Overquill, for example, can actually make sure that I OHKO most things after the Urshifu is gone. Of course, there are loose conditions to this. There's Scarf, Zoroark, there's Agility, Vikavolt, there's also Trailblaze, Ogerpon, and Scarf Jirachi, but SD Weavile just looks really good, and I have ways to play around those other things that I just mentioned. So, moving on, Palafin clears the path for Weavile, and this week I decided to run a Silk Scarf mixed set with Boom Burst. Why this exactly? Well, I noticed that most of the switch-ins that my opponent has for Palafin are physical defenders, like the Overquill, or even, I mean, the Dragonite doesn't really count, but like the Overquill, if he decides to switch in as Urshifu, I'm willing to trade my Palafin for it, clicking Boom Burst and doing more than 50% to it, putting it in Aerial Ace range from Weavile. There's things like the Sandslash as well, which I believe is coming with Terra Grass, as a check to Palafin once again. So all those things can take a lot of damage from the Boom Burst and just make my life a little easier if my opponent thinks that he can switch in those things into my Palafin, into Ryan Gosling here. The speed, I believe, is enough to outspeed an Urshifu trying to creep something. I forget at this moment. A 312. Yeah, I believe it's for Urshifu. Um, but yeah, I did these EVs like 2 days ago, but I think it is for Urshifu. But either way, let's move on. I noticed that my team was really weak to Urshifu, as I mentioned previously, so I decided, and Ogerpon also, because my fire types are not really defensive. Um, I have Terrafire Thwacky and stuff, but like it's not like it can take an Ivy Cudgel from an Ogerpon. So I decided to bring Jenna Fisher, the Altaria, and it's actually its debut game. So you notice that, oh, hey, why do you have a Roselli Berry? You're weak to ice types. Why are you using this? Well, I figure that I won't be checking Mamoswine either way, and if Urshifu is banded and kills me with an ice punch, I can check out if it's banded earlier in the game after getting some information, so maybe this thing won't need the Yachi Berry anyway. So, this Pokemon, Altaria, gives me a solid check to Ogerpon, taking a +2 play rough with the Roselli Berry even after Stealth Rock, and threatening an OHKO with Brave Bird. The Will-O-Wisp is useful against switch-ins like Jirachi and other things like Overquill and even Sandslash and Vikavolt. Um, and Pheasantipity even to remove the leftovers recovery. Roost and Defog are just, utility moves. Make sure I can run other items other than HDB on all of my other Pokemon that are kind of weak to rocks, as the next one on the team builder, which is Blake Lively, my Delphox. So this is a weird Delphox, as you can see. I noticed that I was a little weak to the special attackers on Thriller's team, so I decided that I couldn't really just bring defense. So I kind of tried to mix offense and defense here, and I brought this different Delphox. I was kind of inspired by Joey Pokeaim here, as he brought AV Delphox during his PPL season a lot, so I got the idea from there as well. So I noticed that Fire Blast, Psychic, Dazzling Gleam, and Flame Charge could be very threatening into my opponent's team, especially if I outspeed Dragonite at +1 after a Flame Charge and get to click 2 Dazzling Gleams. There's also the Also, I just remembered that I might change two moves on this team. If you notice that in the game, Ryan Gosling has Taunt over Ice Punch, that might be something I'm doing. And if you notice that this thing has Psyshock over Psychic, that also might be a change I made. Why Psyshock over Psychic for Calm Mind Pheasantipity, for example? And why Taunt over Ice Punch, so I don't let Dragonite DD, and to not let Pheasantipity roost as I hit it with Wave Crashes. Either way, let's move on. So this thing switches into Vikavolt and threatens Zonoko back with Fire Blast. If the Vikavolt Terra fires, that's good for me because Jet Punch kills it after. And even a Wave Crash, for example. And if it Terra Electrics, it's not very good for me, but that's okay. I'll just threaten it back with something else. With mainly the Landorus, and yeah, that's about it. But I still do damage to it. Making Palfin's job a little easier after it agility's up and takes a little damage from Fire Blast or Psychic, for example. But yeah, after a Flame Charge, especially late game, I get to clean with a weakened Dragonite and a weakened Ogerpon, for example. Jirachi also does not like seeing this Delphox, and this is mainly a way to switch into Jirachi other than Landorus, of course. But yeah, that is about it. So moving on to our next one, a pivotal member of this team at this very moment, we have Jack Senna, the Dunsparce, with a Chople Berry, Earth Power, Boomburst, Roost, and CM. So these speed EVs allow me to outspeed Mamoswine creeping I believe it's a Magnezone. Because he has no reason to run a Jolly Nature. My 80 speed tiers are kind of fake, so I decided to do this instead. So after a Rattled boost, I outspeed Mamoswine, and I always get 3-hit KO'd by an Icicle Crash without a Life Orb or an Evermelt Ice, and an Earthquake as well. I get 3-hit KO'd by that, even without the leftovers. So I decided that I should run something like a Chople Berry, so my Urshifu matchup was a little better. After the CM boost and the Spadef drop from Close Combat, I get to Oko Urshifu after Close Combat, yeah, with a Boom Burst, for example. Then I figured I needed something to hit both Zoroark and Jirachi, so I fit in Earth Power. And yeah, that's about it. This thing can pretty much trade versus most things on this team. It's very defensive, very bulky, and it's my main defensive piece on this team. I'm excited to use the Dunsparce. It's a really, really fun Pokemon. And moving on to our final member, we have Henry Cavill, the official Superman of the team. And we have Landorus Therian. This set is mainly here to deal with Dragonite, I'm not gonna lie. It might also help with Ogerpon and switch into Jirachi once or twice. But yeah, I really do not want to see Dragonite doing too much versus my team. The Rock Tomb makes sure I don't immediately lose to DD on something like the Palafin, for example, who doesn't die to a +1 or 2 extreme speed. And even the Delphox who can threaten a KO after a Dazzling Gleam. Rock Tomb is just for that. U-turn is useful. Pivoting, yeah. Earthquake just damages things in general. And the speed is to outspeed an Adamant Dragonite that tries to outspeed a Weavile after a +1 speed from extreme speed. So yeah, that's pretty much the team. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Good luck to Thriller in our game later today. And yeah, this was our first team builder. Give me your thoughts and opinions on this new format. And yeah, I'll probably be doing it over the next few weeks. Also, sorry if my mic is bad, but yeah, I'll see you in the game, guys. Peace. Alright, here we go. It's time for the game. Now I'm having a real shit day, so I do hope that this game goes better than... Jesus Christ. Anyway, Iowa Jolteons versus Thriller. Yeah, let's go. Okay, so we see Jirachi. We don't see Pheasantipity. We see Jirachi. Two. Mind sharing the link. Anyway, we don't see Fez. We don't see Mamoswine. That's so enormous. That frees up the Dunsparce a lot. And also my Altaria. Okay. And no Sandslash either. So his only real water switching ends up being the... Huh. No problem. I'll deal with it. Let me just do it. Live links. Okay, that didn't mess with the recording. He's still talking. Anyway, so here... I'm mostly not scared of anything. What do we think Zoroark is hiding as? Maybe Urshifu, maybe Ogerpon. I honestly just want to lead... So the Boomburst here... My Boomburst ends up being not very good. I can Boomburst the Urshifu, the Dragonite, that ends up being it. I want to see how much my Palafin does to the Zoroark. The Jet Punch, how much HP did I expect? Oh, I just leaked my team for my opponent. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Okay, I didn't end up talking that, so that's a problem. Now, do I just lead with Ryan and go from there? I kind of want to do that. He hasn't selected a lead yet, okay. Dragonite's, this thing switches into this. I gotta keep it healthy for Vikavolt. I definitely expect Terra... Electric. Okay, we see Spyro. There's not a real way to check what this is. Landorus, Therian. Oh, this could also be Zoroark. Landorus versus the Choice Spec Zoroark Asui. That'd be bad. What about the Dunsparce versus Specs? That'd be nice. You can also Trick. There's no Mamoswine, so that actually frees up. I'm just gonna go into Jack the Sinna here. Yeah, figured. Is that Choice Specs? No, it's not. That did about 42%. So we could go for a Focus Blast here. But there's one thing that's for sure, he is not going for a Shadow Ball. Okay. So Zoroark Asui. He did 42%, okay. So without Choice Specs, he could just be itemless. That took a lot though, that's not great. I low-key just want to go into my... He could Hyper Voice again, or he could go into... I could go into Blake Lively here. He's probably gonna Focus Blast, or... I kinda wanna go Blake Lively and force him out with a Specs variant or something. And what would I do there? Would I just click Flamethrower? Flamethrower doesn't seem bad. Let's go into this then. Yeah, he Hyper Voices again, does nothing to me. Now he knows I'm AV. Now the question is, do I flame charge here, Del Fox? And the reason I ask this is, a Shadow Ball will not kill me. The max it does is 53%. And Fire Blast does not kill Zoroark either. So flame charging here would actually be very decent for me, because he puts me in Blaze and then I kill him. So I believe that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna flame charge. He might switch to Ogerpon, okay. Maybe I should have clicked some other move. Ogerpon Hearth Flame. Doesn't take a lot from what he took, what, 14? Okay, that matches up. I could just go into Altaria. I believe he's clicking knockoff here. Do I try to trade for Palafin to do its thing, is the question. His Fire Blast does not do a lot to Ogerpon, but it do enough. At the same time, if he clicks knockoff versus my Delphox, I'm dead. I want to go Landers because of this. I could trade this, but then my in-game versus the other guy gets a little difficult. Let's just go into this and let myself get knocked off. Yeah, that's fine. He does not have a good switch into this. He doesn't kill me with a Play Rough here. I kind of want to double. He either Play Roughs or goes Jirachi here. He either Play Roughs or goes Jirachi, so I'm going to take this opportunity to go into my Landorus. And there's a fly on the window, which is very unfortunate. Just go away, please. Thank you. Okay, I believe that's what he's gonna do. Not a great start for me, but it is what it is. Also, I believe there's nothing on the rules regarding timers, so I'm very invited into just turning on the timer. But yeah, I'm this close to turning it on. Because if... I mean, I don't care what you'd rather use or not. Okay, that's a good play by me. Figured he'd do something like that. Now the question is, do I U-turn here into Blake Live? I mean, I am faster than this every single time. The question is, do I U-turn or do I click... Let me see something. So Landorus versus Vikavolt. Let's say he's Life Orbs. He'd do a lot. Bug Buzz alone does a lot. Jesus. Rock Tomb also does a lot, and so does U-turn. Do I care about rocks? I care about rocks a shit ton, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna get Roxa. Okay, that's good for me. Here, I know he's gonna click U-turn. Either that or he's gonna go into... I gotta save this. So, honestly, I value just going into this on a U-turn. Sorry, man, but that's just not how it works. You know. If something's legal, I'm Not gonna bend to your will just because you wanted to, you know. This is a competition at the end of the day. I get it, but, you know. Matchup's not easy either. Kinda wanna get every single little bit of advantage I can. Does a U-turn? He bulks up. Okay, that's unfortunate. Now let's check something out. I believe I die to this. Urshifu. Hold on. The Dunsparce versus Landorus. No, not Landorus. Urshifu. Rapid Strike. Close combat does a max of 71. I'm dead. I'm pretty sure I'm dead, yeah. Regardless though, if he clicks Surging Strikes, I might have to sack 2 Pokemon to this, which is unfortunate. One of them being the Delphox, and then I revenge kill with the Vikavolt. He might Trailblaze here. He might honestly Trailblaze. I'm still gonna Boom Burst. He Surgings. Okay. He kills me. That's fair. So that pretty much did nothing. He probably has Ice Punch on this. I'm not gonna lie. I'd rather just go into Blake Lively here and click Psychic. And I don't outspeed a max speed Urshifu, but I prepped what I needed to creep. So, I mean, if he outspeeds me, this is pretty much GG's right now. But if it isn't, then I'll get a Psychic off on something. I don't want to predict here, because there's no reason for that. I really do hope he's not max speed on this. Oh, he is. He kills me with Aqua Jet, yeah. GG's, I guess. That was bad. So he's Surging Strikes and Aqua Jet bulk up. I'm guessing the last move is Ice Punch. Or Close Combat. Okay, so, let me see. Palafin. Hero versus Urshifu. I died to CC. Boom Burst does a lot, but, well, I guess I should have played around. Aqua Jet. I'm just gonna click Boom Burst here. As it clicks Drain Punch. Okay. So, knowing this information right now, I get to go into Jenna Fisher. This is not looking good, though. Yikes. I kind of have to trade this, though. That's the problem. Weavile can still win, though. That's the important bit. I'm gonna Boom Burst again. And I kill, okay. Damn, what a low roll on the first one. That's unfortunate, but that's a big threat out of the way. He goes into Spyro, that's Zoroark. Zoroark's for sure clicking Hyper Voice here. I can throw my Altaria out here, I believe. Yeah, okay. If he's Choice Scarf, he doesn't kill my Weavile. No, he does not. And I get a free as fuck knockoff on something as this thing goes down. Here I'm pretty much just gonna Roost, just in case he does some weird play. Okay, let's go into this. We're still a little behind on this game, it's true. I don't want to SD in case he Scarf and makes a play, so I'm just gonna knock off. SD is the way I lose this game, so let's not do that. Knockoff is really free here. There's no reason for me to take any guesses. To make any guesses, I should say. Henry Cavill's still at 100%, which is good for me. Let's see what happens here. The biggest threat is out of the way, in my opinion. So, unless something really bad happens, I think I can still win this with Weavile. He's thinking about it. I'm just gonna knock off. He is Scarf, okay, so I was right. I'm pretty sure I'm in range of extreme speed now, which is unfortunate, but if he goes hard Dragonite, I will quite literally just go Landorus. Yeah, I'm dead to extreme speed. He went into Dragonite. He is not. Okay, let's just go hard into this. Rock Tomb is also very, very good here. His multi-scale is broken. I'm Yachi Berry. He did not make a play. Okay, here, there's no reason for me not to click Rock Tomb because I should be faster than everything. -1. I'm just gonna click Rock Tomb. Does he DD is the question. He does! Nice! I caught his vest. Okay. I Rock Tomb again. And pray that I hit. I made this faster than Dragonite for a reason. And that Dragonite's dead. That's a big guy out of the way. That is a big dude out of the way. Vikavolt here. Here comes the Terra Electric. Or the Agility. My question here is there a single reason to keep this thing alive? There is the Jirachi. I believe the Terra Electric is coming. But I'd rather just Rock Tomb this. I should check what I saw. Vikavolt can have 32 HP. He's Modest Life Orb. Did he take any Rocks Chip? Yes, he did. Okay. If he's Terra Electric... versus Landorus... Energy Ball can do a lot. I just want to get this in range of Palafin, so I'm gonna Rock Tomb. He is Terra Electric. He webs, okay. That's not. I'm Boots on Weavile, so that's good. And I can Jet Punch, so I will literally just do it again. He might have Roost, I just realized. That's bad. If he does have Roost, that's bad for me. He Air Slashes, okay. Well, here... Rock Tomb does a max of 25%. And he's gonna Air Slash again, and I don't want anything to die, so I'm just gonna Rock Tomb here, and I miss. Unfortunate. He Air Slashes again. That's okay. So here, I believe I could go into Weavile or Palafin. Okay. I mean, I can only do one of those two things. Palafin would Jet Punch this, and it wouldn't die, because it's at 20%. Actually, that's Mini Gosling, sorry. So Palafin would kill this, and then Jirachi would come in and I'd be slower than it. So Weavile... I can get him into range of that. Ogre Pawn Earth Flame... versus the Palafin would take 40%, so he takes 25 from that. 86 minus 25 is 61, I believe. So he wouldn't die. So what I'm gonna do... Oh, I do hope this Jirachi's not Scarf or Culver. Jirachi versus Weavile. If he's max attack... And Ironhead's Jirachi. Oh, dude, I'm dead. If he's Scarf, I'm dead. But he shouldn't be Scarfed. I gotta go into this first, I believe. I think I just threw. I believe I just threw. Because now if he's Trailblaze, I lose. If he's Trailblaze, I lose, I believe. I think I just screwed myself. Okay. Uh-oh. I should have thought about that. I should have thought about that. He's thinking. If he's thinking, it means he's not Scarf Jirachi. If he goes Jirachi here, that'd be perfect. Oh, I think the only world where I don't lose is if he's no Scarf Jirachi, and if he doesn't have Trailblaze here, so that's very unfortunate. If he's not thinking about this a lot, it means he's not Trailblaze. If he's thinking about this so much, that's what it means. At least that's what I hoped. But yeah. Okay, that's very good for me. This is him throwing. I'm just gonna Jet Punch here. Because this puts him in... Unless... Hold on. So, Palafin... I don't want to choke this. But if he's a setup Jirachi, he can still beat me. I'm -1 speed. 0 speed Jirachi would be 236. Okay, so I always... The play is never to taunt. I have to Jet Punch, okay? And he Psychics! If he's not Colbur Berry, I think I win. Hold on. How much did Jet Punch do? Jet Punch did... Okay, I have 15 seconds, I can't think. Well, from now on, I just click the buttons. There's nothing to think about. Oh, he's Colbur. Damn, that sucks, man. GG's. Well, GG's to Thriller. That was a good game. My matchup was horrid, but I did my best. Either way, GG's. I'll see you all in week 3. And yeah, that is it for me today. Peace.